I think so. It was 2015. It was the last Dota 2 tournament where creators got to put in items connected with the tournament.
No. So, that's not true. That is not technically true.
It was not the last one?
3 technically had some stuff. It was a chest and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But it was the last one that had a
some
compendium, I believe. If I'm not.
And a directly attached set. You had a chest, right? Has there ever been a tournament since that had just a single set connected with it? I don't know.
Not sure. I think we can easily say that was the last third-party tournament that has been profitable in Dota 2. So we'll just go with that.
But actually, the Mirana wasn't even the set, right? This was an extra thing. This was the mount, and it came... Did this one come with the compendium? It did, yes. Right? This came with the compendium, and we had a Lich item, and then the full Juggernaut set was the standalone set. So yeah, this was a compendium piece, actually. That is true. So...
Good old days.
Still holds up though. Looks wonderful. What a great mount.
Wonderful, wonderful. So whose lineup do you like overall?
I really like last game I said it was pretty even for me. I like Liquid more in this game. I think the lanes are going to work very nicely for them. I like the flow of the strategy they're running. To me, Flight of Moon's... It's like the strategy, it's not really doing it justice to say it has one play, but I think you know what I mean when you look at the picks, right? Like, they need to group up around Dragon Knight and find team fights, because their catch is limited, their cooldowns are very big, Eclipse, Dragon Form, Egg, and Arena, whereas the other team has Slardar Stun, Ember Chains, TA is online all the time, Mirana. There's not a single long cooldown on the Radiant except Coddle ulti. Like, everybody else is just ready to go all the time. And I love that in this patch when you can draft a lineup like that, where the lanes also work. And on top of that, they even have good matchups. It's not just okay, the lanes are actually going to be nice. I think Coddle Ember will be happy here against Mars Oracle. The TA will free farm mid against DK, most likely. Or
Liquid
free farm is a big
3
word.
out of 4 bounties, so
yep,
good job to Boxy getting a nice Slitherine Crush. Wait, was that always called... Was it just Crush? Or was it actually
still it was called Slithering Crush. It was definitely called Slithering Crush. That was the one spell name he had.
Oh, the arrow connects thanks to the setup from Boxy. Decently durationed as well. V-Tune taking heavy damage. Boxy again with the Crush. There's going to be a death one way or the other, but the question is who gets first blood? Okay, I was wrong.
No, there isn't.
He died, Cinderin. Someone's going to die, I swear.
Eventually.
This game.
Yes.
I mean, has there ever been a game of Dota where that hasn't happened?
There's been a game of Dota at pro level where a player didn't die or get an assist, and there's only one game I remember. It was in Dota 1. Merlini played a game of Medusa, and he ended the game 0-0-0, and I think it was 30 minutes long. It was with, I think it was...
he playing Lycan?
Medusa. It was Chaos Int or Nirvana Int. He farmed for 30 minutes and then they won. He never got involved. I remember that. I don't think that's ever happened in Dota 2.
Oh, but. Bottom lane, Mickey is taking a ton of damage, and that's going to be your first blood. I was right. Somebody did die, but it's for Flight of Moon's favor this time.
Did not think they were going to get a kill that early before they're even level 2. Mickey just overestimating how tanky he is. There was no spear involved. It was just flat out God's Rebuke plus Fortune's End. And that's a great start for General on the Mars.
How do you skill the Ember Spirits in this lane, knowing that Flame Guard can be dispelled immediately? Do you just hold on to your
4-4-0.
Not even skill it? Okay.
And I think you go 4-4-0 just because, again, the synergy with Coddle, right? Whenever Ember gets these levels up in Slight Chain, you make Coddle so much stronger as a teammate. Flame Guard, it's nice to cut the cooldown on Flame Guard, but I would say in most cases in this lane, you don't skill that Flame Guard unless you have to. And it's kind of a no-brainer in this one, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, good harass again coming in.
Illuminate comes in, clips Aloha Dance. Mickey, though, bit of trouble. General has the spear, and it's going to be enough to take him out. So that is a second kill for Flight of Moon in this bot lane. Insania is going to be chased down next to his tier 1. Ooh, not quite enough damage from General. Nice attempt on the God's Rebuke, but
taking
is sitting at 60 HP. Oh, spear again.
He's taking full advantage of the Orb of Venom, by the way. This is a great item for Mars when you're playing against a melee hero in lane. Like I said, was not expecting them to get these kills. It's just really well done on Flight of Moon's part. Getting off to this head start. So very, very important for the game.
Bash into the arrow, but always want to fly. He's going to get leapt on. No, no range there, and the Salve's going to keep him safe. The courier has come as well. Nice attempt here. I mean, this is a very aggressive lane for Liquid, so... I mean, what do you think of this lane as a whole before we get to the other ones? Top.
The Slaughter Mirana is... Just the lane matchup here is fine for them, but I worry for them when Phoenix hits level 3, which happened just now. Like, Slardar doesn't like playing against Fire Spirits. It's the primary reason that Flight of Moon put the lanes this way is they wanted to just ruin Slardar's time. The hero needs to hit. And getting this massive attack slow, it's 80 attack on level 2. You just can't get bash procs reliably. You're gonna see now Boxy has to yield. Like, he can't fight back. He's basically losing all his health here.
He does have some wand charges, so stay safe now.
It's not good though.
Stop after the fact.
I might have to eat my words a little bit. I thought the laning stage for Liquid would go better than it has. I thought this top lane would also do a bit better, but the Phoenix has definitely done a great job here, threatening Boxy so much. He's falling very far behind actually already in these lanes. They're gonna try.
Bash. Or another crush into arrow, but always want to fly will live. But damage has been done. What about the mid lane? I mean, TA against Dragon Knight sounds amazing for Quakefa. Is that not like a god tier matchup?
It's pretty even in the start, and then TA just wins because she can jungle faster, right? Oh, Boxy's dead. They're gonna trade 1 for 1. But yeah, there's tons of TA lanes like this, where you're like, yeah, on paper it's fine, you know. You're laning against TA can draw, but then this happens, right? And Dragon Knight can't match this speed. He can't go and just farm the side camp every time he pushes out the wave. He has mana problems, so he needs to get... First of all, you need lots of levels in Breathe Fire, and then the access to your camp is also... It's more inconvenient, because he's Dire. It's easier to do this on Radiant. Yeah, so Quakefa will absolutely pull ahead. And you need to deal with these damn annoying side blades all the time. I hate laning against this hero. It's one of my least favorite heroes ever to lane against. No matter what I play, really. Just laning against side blades is just so annoying.
Especially as a melee. Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
The fact that it's pure damage adds insult to bottom lane. Aloha Dance. Takes some damage. Slight's not enough to finish him off, but... Both members of Flight of Moon are extremely low right now. Illuminate comes in. It will connect on Gemma. Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But now we're starting to see the power of this lineup.
Absolutely. And you know, you're buying this raindrop on Mars. The question is just how long is it going to last? Like, there's some heroes, it's one of those damn it if you do, damn it if you don't situations where if you don't have this raindrop, you're very susceptible to dying. But if you do, the enemy team's just going to burn it off you, right? Every Illuminate, every Slide Chains, you're going to start losing these raindrops really fast. Whereas sometimes you can buy raindrops against a lane where it's going to be crucial in key moments, but here it could just end up fading away, and then you spend 200 gold on that. Which is very annoying. So, yeah. Another part of Caudle being as amazing as it is with this kind of hero. Just the constant harass. Gonna rotate here, Aloha Dance.
Find Aloha Dance mid. Iceberg's already in his dragon form. Hasn't really done any damage to the tower as of yet.
It's hard for him to do against TA. It's just pushing out the wave.
The one good thing about being in dragon form is at least you have some form of ability to take off
Insania bot
to a degree.
He's in trouble.
Light chains, Insania. Get rooted for now. Mickey is going to force everybody off though. Insania, Illuminate is coming. There's a Searing Chains, it clips him. Aloha Dance goes down to the grave as well. General is able to spear away, but...
Yeah, they're losing this bottom lane now.
That's after getting first blooded too.
They got 2 kills.
Top lane, Cinder and Boxy. He's on the run.
Oh, he's gonna live here, barely.
Tango, yeah, 40 HP.
But yeah, he's the sacrificial hero in this Liquid draft right now. He's not having a good time, but all the other 4 heroes, I would argue, are having a great time. Taiga's level 5.5 on the 4 Mirana. Oh, still harassing Boxy here. Oh, he hit an arrow. He got always want to fly with a ward.
Damn.
Easy kill. And yeah, imagine this bottom lane if they didn't get in this early pressure, where Flight of Moon did a great job. Without that early start, man, this would have been miserable for Mars. At least he's still hanging in there, but it's only going to get harder. He has to spend all this gold on Raindrop, and he has to spend gold on Salve, and it's just, yeah, it's a problem.
Oh, an Arcane Ring.
Insult to injury. The only limiting factor for Ember right now is honestly cooldown. Like, he could just spam out as much as he wants almost if he didn't have cooldowns.
Doubt about it. Well, He will be going for the phase boots on that Ember Spirit. Mid lane, it looks like we're going to see Aloha Dance get dropped by Koikfa. Iceberg was not there in time. Does have the Arcane Rune, so look for him to get as much value out of this Dragon form as possible. As he pops it right now. Has to be careful with the side blades, of course. That damage over time, expelling the refraction. Very useful. But
still untouched on the tower.
Can't push these waves. I mean, yeah, the waves are just being pushed so much faster from Koikfa. He even has time to go to the jungle to get some extra farm. Back in the lane to prevent any damage coming from Iceberg. Does come in now. Will probably get a couple right clicks, but for a Dragon Knight, this is your second Elder Dragon form. You're not really getting amazing value, but it is on a lower cooldown thanks to the Arcane Rune. Now, what kind of kill potential do you have? Is arrow? Does he just have to hit an arrow for this to be a kill, or is it just too difficult?
Yeah, probably. Even with an arrow, it might not be a kill, and I don't think it's necessary. Like, there's other and better plays on the map. If Mirana wants to move off top, you can go and threaten bottom, slide chains into arrows, super easy to land. You can even just run around and farm some jungle, some big creeps. As long as the lanes are as stable as this, it's not a big deal. Yeah, Boxy isn't too happy to, I guess, but his lane has been really hard, and he has the same as Mars, so it's not even, you know, it's not even that bad. So Taiga might end up going Luna hunting.
As if Mickey didn't have enough mana regen. He has a royal jelly now.
Oh god.
So it's gonna be never ending, it seems.
And that's really good on TA, by the way, the jelly.
They're gonna go for the outpost,
ancients.
but Flight of Moon, yeah, they see Insania, and they're just gonna let that go. So it'll be a 1-for-1 for each respective side. As for the bounties, Liquid might have the better of this if they go get these top two.
Yeah, Mirana will get. Yeah, they'll get 3 out of 4 again, right? So it's just like the strategy of this game. Liquid are just getting so much more out of the map. They're already beginning to farm Ancients with their TA. It was a double stack. Their Dire hasn't stacked that yet, even though they have Luna and potentially Dragon Knight on level 12 that can farm it with Dragon form. Their lanes are going very well. There's no threat to their towers.
Arrow connects on Mars, but there's Iceberg revealing himself from the invisibility, but the reinforcements from Liquid are here. And there's the Ignis Fatus onto Mars inside his own arena. He's going to pin Insania to the walls. See who gets the kill first. Looks like Insania will go down, but it's going to be a trade, a 1-for-1, and one that Liquid will be more than happy with. Looks like Oracle is next on the list.
Hello, this is Game2.
The chase continues as Mickey,
Double
for Always Want to Fly, does have Egg, but not going to expend it.
Again,
Yeah, he wouldn't have got it off. The TA could have run up and just hit the Supernova together with Ember, and they would have managed to get it anyway. Even with the Fire Spirit on Mickey, he knows he's dead, so he saves the key cooldown there.
This is the third Elder Dragon form now, Syndra. And the tower is at 1536 HP right now. Like you said, these stacks are available for the taking. On the Radiant side, I mean, these are insane. Koikfa is going to go super ham right now. As I believe, yeah, he has Deso already coming to him. So
They can Roche so fast. He has level 4 Meld and Corrosive Haze, with Caudal giving him mana for the Meld.
That's a lot of amplified damage.
That's insane.
Quite a bit.
Oh my god, he's so rich. Wait, how many CS does he have? He has more than 10 CS per minute. 125 at
I mean, a lot of those are
1150.
neutrals, but still, yeah.
It's crazy. It's very, very high.
So what is Flight of Moon's strategy here? Like, do you just try to gank Koikfa? I mean, as difficult as that may seem.
I feel like you need to make a team move and execute some sort of team fight, but the problem is Luna is going to the farming build, so they don't have Eclipse. Like, for your Phoenix and your Mars to feel like they have a place in the game, there needs to be a big scale fight. But Liquid just haven't really given them a big team fight at all. It's just becoming these like skirmishes where they poke and prod. Now Aloha Dance might almost die here actually to me. He's just gonna back off.
Oh,
ends up Taiga with a snipe.
Looks like. Yeah.
Very nice.
Unintended.
Long range arrow.
Maybe
Was it? Didn't he mean? I think that arrow was intended for him.
Okay. I mean, Phoenix could have
so.
tanked it for sure. Probably didn't know that his teammate was so low.
Bottom tower's getting pushed around.
Either way, damage was done to this tier 1 tower. And I mean, if you're Liquid, pretty sure you don't even feel...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, this is actually a good question, as it looks like there might be a potential gank here on Boxy in the top lane. The blink being revealed for the Dragon Knight, Iceberg and company. Arena is used into the spear. This will be a kill. No reinforcements here as of yet. But on Liquid side, are you just happy as long as they're not taking towers? You just keep farming. You keep
tower is under attack.
increasing your net worth lead.
Liquid has played this game a lot of times, and they have played the other lineups draft as well. So I think they have a very good understanding of where they stand in this game and what the next goal should be. Now Dragon Knight is going to try to push bottom, but guess what? There's a level 4 Illuminate Caudal sitting here, so they have to dive.
Yeah.
And that can end really poorly.
Oh boy. Double TP. Ignis Fatis has come down, but it's not very well placed. It'll keep Insania alive, though, which I guess is definitely needed. Iceberg.
Sometimes you miss every spell, but they defended the tower for now, at least.
Yes, that is the important factor. Iceberg's dragon form is about to end.
Top tower is about to be Radiant's top.
And they might
But this is that team move, right? There's the team move. And Liquid felt forced to drop the Ignis. Unfortunately for Insania, it was not a very good one. So now they're going to yield and give this up. So finally, Flydamoon get on the board here with a tower. But they have to bring 4 heroes. And I think it's the right move to make. I think you have to do something like this and maybe had to do it earlier. It's kind of like he hit a brick wall mid with Dragon Knight for 5 minutes. And this move could have maybe happened earlier. But now they at least get it done. Still a very big
will be a trade of towers, though.
Yeah.
Mickey takes one on his own, so that's obviously not a favorable trade.
They're going full minus armor. He's rushing Solar Crest. They just want to... Wait, what's their total? Okay, let's do a little bit of math here. So, let's see. So, Corrosive Haze, let's say they're maxed out. Corrosive Haze is 18 on level 3. Mellowed is 8, so that's 26. Then you have the Deso, that's 34. Wait, did I say 26? So 32. And then you have Solar Crest on top, which is another -8. So that's 40 minus armor they can do to either Roche or a hero.
If you get a Stygian and you hold on to this game until 60 minutes, that is 50. I think that's the strategy. Don't win yet.
They could get an Orb of Corruption, of course. Orb of Destruction, sorry. Orb of Destruction could help.
Well, you can't hold both, though. Right, that is kind of the issue. But if you layer it with somebody else and attacking the same target, then sure.
I am not expecting a 60-minute game here, but Orb of Destruction is definitely possible. So that would be even more.
That is more reasonable. I will hit.
Crazy stuff. That's I want to see the Roche this game. I really want all of them to do it together with the max minus armor they have. That would be sick.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fast it's going to go.
Then Tier 1 tower looks to be what Liquid wants. Of course, it's not their entire team. Unlike Flight of Moon, which they have 4 members here right now trying to defend. I mean, this just feels very snowballing. I mean, 7k net worth lead, no, 6k now for Liquid. This is an extremely early stage. Here we go with the Roche, but this will probably be contested. Always Want to Fly does have the egg. It's only level 1 right now. Moonlight Shadow, Slight, doing some good damage. Arrow does connect onto Mars. Roche is not going... Oh, Ignis Fatis on the majority of Flight of Moon. A really good zoning ult. Egg is used in addition as Aegis is taken now, but the egg actually goes off. It connects on 2. Eclipse is more than enough to take out Ember Spirit. So Liquid looks like they're going to lose at minimum 2 heroes. Insania's going to be the second. Here comes the crush. The buybacks are here from Ember Spirit. Liquid need to win this fight, and Iceberg and company need to run away. Aloha Dance, very low on HP, uses a very early ultimate on Iceberg. He gets arrowed. Does blink out. He's at half HP though, and they have the chase. They have more than enough. It did cost them a buyback, but again, Aegis is their way, still intact.
And that wasn't even clean from Liquid, to be honest. They miscommunicated a little bit. Insania started hitting the egg, then he was like, okay, this is not happening. And Mick was like, no, I'm coming back in. And then they both got caught with the egg on 1 HP. If they committed to it together the whole time, they clean house here. Or if neither of them went for it, they also would have cleaned house. Because, like, the Supernova being used on top of that Ignis, job well done. You could have backed out. Like, the enemy team was stuck in place and you weren't. So, just, like, regardless, it's a different judgment call to make, but you're happy with the outcome regardless. If you're Liquid, you got the Aegis on the TA.
Oh, Aloha Dance, goodbye. Nice knowing you. Finally, this Tier 1 tower will go down to the right click of Koikfa.
Middle tower has fallen.
And yeah, this ain't looking pretty for Flight of Moon. Unlike the previous game where we thought that they were actually in control, and then a few mistakes, which Liquid capitalized on, helped turn the tide. But this time it just feels like all Liquid.
Yeah. I love their strategy too. It's such a good lineup.
I mean, it's old school, right? Old school minus armor strat. Maybe not the exact same heroes every time. Usually there's a Venge involved in this. So cool to see after all these years. Iceberg working towards his BKB. I mean, what do you go for if you're Flight of Moon? They have the initiation. They have double Blink Dagger for the DK and Mars. So you have initiation. Always want to fly. Obviously, the egg working with the arena.
Top tower is under
Amazing
attack.
synergy. You keep people alive with Aloha Dance, but where exactly is your damage? It's supposed to be Luna, but it's just too early for her to be
Dire's top tower
really
is
that
under attack.
online.
I feel like talking about the items is... I would rather just focus on the plays first, and if you feel like you can't make the plays without said items, then
Top tower is under attack.
either you misplayed the game very badly or your draft is just too weak against this type of strategy. Like when you have this strong team fight and it's 15 minutes into the game, now it's 19, but you're struggling to even initiate and get anything done with your ults, you have a problem strategically. I think rather than waiting for items, now that they have this Mantle, I think you go fight. Like the longer you wait, the harder it's going to get. You're going to get picked off, you're going to lose more map control. I know you're fighting against Aegis. There you go. There's an indication.
Tempest, Marth onto 2 with the Phoenix Egg. They're doing a good job of zoning with it. They find the Coddle, but that might be it for now, and he's going to buy back into the game, in fact, and here comes Dragon Knight getting destroyed with this minus armor. Holy Jesus. He just disappeared. That is not a Dragon Knight anymore. Luna, in the meantime, pops the Manta. Looks like she will get netted, and that brings her to her death as well. A triple kill for Koikva.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have the buyback, I mean, they didn't even need it, honestly.
The thing is, they got crushed, but it was still... I'm not sure if that was the exact jump, but it was the right thing to do to look for something. It just, the coordination wasn't perfect because they jumped Coddle and Ember, but they didn't have any follow-ups done on the Ember to get him killed in the arena, so all they got was a Coddle and they used a lot of spells, and now you're in this position where you can get turned on. If they somehow found an opening on the Ember or another high-value hero than just the Coddle, this fight could have gone very well, and it was the kind of thing they needed to try. You can't just accept being dominated on the map like this all the time. You have to take a risk, and if that was a low-chance play, so be it. You gotta play for something.
Yep.
And arrow on Dragon Knight again, Iceberg.
A crush onto 2 heroes. Boxy and company just tearing through Flight of Moon.
It's about to be Radiant's top trouble.
And this
Yeah,
tier
it's
3
not
tower
pretty.
is a goner. I mean, Aegis is still intact. BKB is almost online again for Koikva, and it is the 9-second version. Arrow. Oh! I thought he dodged it, but actually he did not. Manta did not help. Down goes your Luna, and down goes Flight of Moon in a mega stomp in Game 2. Actually really surprised that after that performance in Game 1 that they come out like this. But Liquid just playing out of their minds right now.
I mean, it's what I was talking about after Game 1, right? Like, you've won 4 games in a row in this tournament, you've looked pretty hot, and now you face your first loss. What are you going to do? Are you going to make draft adaptations? Are you going to keep playing the same kind of style? And they made a massive draft adaptation. They played 5 different heroes than in Game 1. They played a totally different style. I feel like in Game 1 they were way more fight hungry, they had stronger laning, more tempo, and this game they're kind of in a way maybe overcompensating on the big team fight aspect and less on the tempo for their players' play styles, right? The players that this team have are very explosive and can play super fast. You have cores like General and Iceberg. You know, get them in there. If it's a good meta for fighting, I think a team like this should look to fight a lot. But yeah, Liquid just had their number completely after Game 1. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes one close game turns into a complete stomp second game. We've seen it a lot of times. And Flight would just look a bit broken.
Yeah, in terms of the laning stage, as we're going to see Iceberg get ganked here. Amplified damage, that's so late for. He's done.
The arrow didn't even get there.
That was their challenge on Dota++. It's a secret
Oh, look how Mika. Nice turn.
secret app created just for pro players. Kill him before the arrow connects. There's the Ignis Fatus, and again the right click from Koikva is just decimating everybody.
Even now,
Double kill for him, and GG's goal. Wow.
Oh, snap.
Minus armor is good, so it seems.
Yeah. That was
Really
just a
well
beatdown.
executed from Liquid.
Yeah.
I feel like I was going to mention this, Cinder. I don't know what you would change necessarily, but it felt like, do you do something different with DK in the mid lane? Do you, like, what can you do? It feels like he's such a...
He's stuck in this game because the rest of their lineup doesn't want to rotate with him. Luna still wants to farm, so she can't join, and the